Hey guys, what's up? It's Patrick here, bringing you guys the next episode of my Defenseless Champion series. So just like the quest to the top 200, we're trying to wrap the series up on episode 20, and in order to do that, we're going to need 135 trophies. So I'm going to show you guys a ton of raids. I'm going to be using the go wee wee strategy, and I'm actually going to be attacking some pretty difficult bases. So earlier in the series, obviously I started in like the silver and the gold league, so that was really weak. In fact, I started in the bronze league. But now we are above 3,000 trophies. We're running into a lot of bases with maxed out defenses, and pretty much I'm going to attack anything that has more than 20 trophies available. Even though my heroes are weak, I'm going to go in and let's go ahead and see if we can make it happen. So attacking base number 1, looking at where I want to attack from. I actually didn't know if I wanted to attack this base, but if you saw in the very beginning, when I clicked the next button, I accidentally dropped a barbarian in the very beginning. So I tried to click next to go to the next base, but it said overall damage 0, and it wouldn't let me choose a new base to attack. So at this point, I could have just surrendered and taken a 24 trophy loss, but I said, hey, since I already attacked it with that one barbarian, I might as well go in. I don't want to lose my trophies. Even though it's not the perfect base to attack, I thought I could still get at least 1 star. So what I did, I baited out the queen to the bottom right here. I'm just going to attack from the bottom right hand side. Like I said, I usually attack from corners of a base, so I would attack, maybe drop 1 golem at this cannon right here, and then drop some troops on the left and some troops on the right. But instead, I'm just going to go through the side because I think it's going to be a lot easier to get my wall breakers through the center, and I'm just going to drop 1 rage spell and a ton of wall breakers and see if I can make my way to the town hall. Plus, the town hall is right at the edge of the wall, so my archer queen and my wizards will be able to shoot over, so I really think this is the easiest place to attack from. So right now I drop my heroes. Pretty much all of my troops have been dropped. I'm going to drop that first free spell on that Inferno right there. There is a single targeted Inferno tower right there, so I'm going to make sure I want to freeze that because it just got onto my Barbarian King. And now it looks like I have a pretty good amount of troops remaining, as well as my queen finally locked onto that town hall. So I think we're going to have no problem getting that first star, and now we're just trying to get that second star for getting 50%. So I did bring an extra archer, so I'm going to drop it on that builder's hut on the very left, just in case some of my troops got knocked out. But it looks like the guys that are left are actually going to be able to finish it out and do the cleanup work for us. Looking at 52%, deciding if I wanted to continue, I said I guess I won't. Got 15 trophies from this raid, definitely a profitable one, and it looks like it was smooth sailing. So even though I didn't even want to attack that base, I just dropped that barbarian on accident in the beginning. That one actually turned out to be pretty clean. So maybe if I see a base like that again, I'll reconsider skipping it and I'll try to attack it just like last time. Alright, for attack number 2, I'm actually showing the attack replay because my recording got messed up a little bit. But let me go ahead and bring these guys out to the top. I really love attacking bases like this. So if you guys have a base design like this where you pretty much just have 3 squares, you don't have any T intersections at all, it's just like 3 squares on top of each other, those base designs are really, really weak. It is so simple to get inside of the base. You just have to drop a couple wall breakers to get through, and it's just a really easy base to attack. I don't have to explain it too in depth, so I definitely recommend you guys switch it up. But I'm not complaining, especially since I'm attacking him. I'm just going to go ahead and drop my troops inside. Going to follow it up with my heroes right now through the top, and it looks like most of my wizards are still alive, so I'm really happy right now. Plus, one of the Inferno towers is pretty far away, so it's not going to lock on for a long time. So overall, I think this raid is almost over already. That second Inferno tower looks like it's locked onto a couple of my wizards. I'm going to drop my other free spell, and I think we will be fine right now. My Archer Queen, she is inside of a rage spell. She's going to shoot that Town Hall down, and my King is going to do work on the outside, and I think we should be able to get that 50%. So we're at 45% right now, 47%. I still have that Wizard right there, still have my Queen. The Inferno Tower actually ran out of juice, which is pretty funny, but I'm just going to surrender after that, take another 13 trophies, and wrap it up for this raid. So again, definitely don't recommend that you guys have a base like that where you just have 3 squares on top of each other where there's no intersections. Makes it really easy to attack, and likely you're going to have all of your resources stolen or you're going to have all of your trophies stolen. Alright, base number 3, we are attacking someone from Kings and Queens. Lured out the clan castle. This was one of the few clan castles that was actually easy to get to today. Now that Clan Wars has come out, a lot of people really realize how important it is to protect your clan castle. You see a ton of bases, those anti-hog bases, where people don't even care about anything except for protecting their clan castle troops because they know if someone drops hog riders, they're just going to be able to have their wizards come out of the clan castle and destroy all their hogs. So even though this is the Champions League where people really don't use hogs that much, people still understand how powerful the clan castle is, and they've been protecting it a lot more than I saw before Clan Wars came out. So I guess this guy didn't get the memo. He had his clan castle pretty far out there. I was able to lure it out easily. Dropping my witches, dropping my wizards. You can see I actually saved my lightning spell. I didn't have to drop that since I didn't really think that the stuff in his clan castle would take care of my troops. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in my pocket and save it if I need it towards the end of the raid. So same thing as the last raid. This guy has those 2 layers right there. There's no intersections through the bottom. There is on the top of the base, but on the bottom I can just drop a couple wall breakers. Gonna go ahead and break through, drop my heroes, and I think we are on the path to victory. So free spell number 1's going down. You can see his Inferno towers are too close together, so I can easily freeze both of those guys, and that's going to do a great job, except I got greedy, and I tried to freeze both Infernos and both Expos, so don't be greedy like me. That could have cost me the raid. I tried to get some style points and freeze all 4 buildings at once, but I missed, and I only got the Expos, so I'm pretty lucky to have that, at least that first star, and it looks like I'm going to get that second star. So sometimes I try to get cute with those free spells. I try to freeze both Inferno towers, even if they're really far away, and it can definitely cost me. Usually it catches at least one of them, but that time I failed, and I only got a grab of those Expos. Even though I failed, I still got 14 trophies. This is pretty much what it's been like. I've been finding bases with about 20 to 25 trophies available. I get 2 stars every time, and I get about 13 to 14 trophies. So it's a little bit of a climb, but it's not very bad. At some point, you're not going to be able to 3-star every base, and you just have to deal with it. So I'm just going to learn, and I'm going to go ahead and go on to this next base. All right, looking at this guy has some level 11 walls. Those are always fun to attack. Looking at where I want to attack him, I'm guessing I can attack through the top right, because that first layer of walls, there's no intersections inside of it. It's pretty much just one giant layer with those gold mines, the archer tower, the gold storage, the cannon, and that's going to make it really easy for me to get my troops to go where I want them to go. As well as up top, he has this huge area where I can drop my wizards, I can drop my witches, and I'm not going to have to worry about any of his defenses helping out. And as I say that, my witches got a little bit too close. One of those guys got shot down. I guess that always happens when you are doing something like this on YouTube. Whenever you say something, the opposite happens. But only one of my witches went down, and let's go ahead and attack the rest of this base. So I'm going to spread my troops out a lot. I'm going to have a golem in the middle right here. I put another golem on the top right there, and then I'm going to put a golem on the very right, or at least I tried to, but he's going to go back towards the center. And pretty much I'm just going on an all-out assault towards the center. So as long as I get through the second layer of walls, my wizards, my archer queen's going to be able to shoot over the top, and I'm going to be guaranteed to get that town hall. So right now things are looking pretty good. I dropped that first rage spell. I'm going to go ahead and drop my first freeze on that Inferno tower, and I'm going to save the other freeze until my troops get a little bit too close. I dropped that second rage spell, and that was actually a pretty bad rage spell. So I definitely need to work on that. That rage spell only worked on like 2 wizards. I'm not sure why I dropped it. I could have saved it for later in the raid in case I needed it. But overall, it was a pretty big domination, and it didn't really end up factoring in the end result. 54%, 2 stars, another 16 trophies. Let's go ahead and keep chugging along and move on to the next base. So attacking D-Dad Dan. His base, it has a lot more intersections than the ones we've seen before, but once again, I think the top right would be really easy to attack. He doesn't have a lot of intersections on the top. I'm pretty much going to blast through this first layer of walls. I'm going to blast through this second layer of walls, and again, I'm just going to blast through those third layer of walls because there's no intersections to really throw me off. My wall breakers aren't going to go left and right. They're just going to keep going straight, and they're going to go straight into the base, and I'll be able to get to that town hall super fast. So wall breakers are going in, dropping my wizards, dropping my golems, king and my queen in the center. I didn't even focus on taking the clan castle troops out. And that's something that I've noticed lately. Sometimes I spend too much time worrying about the clan castle troops. More importantly, I spend too many troops. Sometimes I like to get cute and use my wall breakers to lure out the clan castle, and that's been a big problem for me lately. Sometimes I'll spend like 6 wall breakers getting to the clan castle, and by the time I get to the actual raid, I've been running out of troops, and I'm not able to break through all the intersections. So at this point, I've just decided that I'm going to go in. If the clan castle troops come out, I'll just drop my lightning spell right there and a rage spell, and usually it's been working out, or actually it's worked out every single time. So I'm pretty happy with that, and that's something I've learned over the last couple weeks. All right, right now we're at 44%. Looking at what I can attack, again, guys, this is why I bring archers every raid. Some of you guys bring minions as well. You guys can use these to pick off some last percentage points on the buildings. So there's that army camp to the left. There is a lab on the top. There's a builder site on the top. Those dark barracks, the spell factory. All of those things are super easy to take out. They don't have a lot of hit points at all, except for the army camp. And they're going to get you percentage points that are going to help you get to 50%. So right now, the last thing I'd have is that army camp right there. That takes a little bit longer than the other things to take out. So I'm just going to drop some barbarians to speed it up a little bit. And just like that, that got me another 8 trophies just because I dropped those extra 10 troops or so. So 16 trophies overall, great raid. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So we're chugging along right now. We're having some pretty good progress. Let's see if we can keep it up against this guy right here. We do see some more level 11 walls as well as level 40 heroes, or almost level 40 heroes, level 30. And let's see if we can take him out. So since he had those tombstones inside of his base, I knew he didn't have any clan castle troops. Plus his clan castle was close enough to the bottom left to where I knew I could take it out if I needed to. And now that I baited the king and queen, I'm going to take those guys to the bottom, and once again, I'm going to take those guys out before I attack them. So this guy does have a lot of intersections on his base, but the way it's set up, I feel like if I attack through the bottom, my wall breakers are just going to focus on that bottom area, and pretty much I'm going to send all my troops through the center at once, and I'm just going to rush that town hall as fast as possible. I'm not going to worry about attacking from a bunch of different sides. I'm just going to go straight through the center because I feel like this base is really susceptible to being attacked that way. Alright, so both my golems have gone down. You can see they're going to be pretty close together, but I did want to separate them on both sides. Going to drop my clan castle and my wizards on opposite sides, and now the assault begins. Dropping my heroes. I do have my spells as well that I'll start dropping. I do see that Inferno Tower right there, and it was set on single target, so I wanted to make sure I took that out before it took care of my golem. And now most of my troops are starting to get into the center, and after they take care of these things on the left, they should turn around and go back to the town hall. So I didn't drop any wall breakers there for a reason, because if I did drop wall breakers, my troops would have kept going to the left, but instead they're forced to go back to the center, and that will give me that 50% and that town hall in this raid. It's funny how complicated Clash of Clans is for being an iPhone game, but there's so many things that go into the raid. But that one worked out really well. I did get that first star from the town hall. Don't even have to drop those leftover troops, and now I can go ahead and surrender. Once again, we got 15 trophies and another great raid. So I've been really happy with the Go Wee Wee strategy lately. It's definitely different than my Chief Pat 1 account. I do actually have to put a little bit of thought into it. I'm serious, guys. On Chief Pat 1 with level 40 heroes, more importantly, the level 40 Archer Queen, I probably should have specified that in that one video. The level 40 Archer Queen is so ridiculous that I don't even have to try on any of my raids. A lot of my clanmates make fun of me because of all these raids I've been doing lately where I just have not been carrying at all and dominating. It's sort of refreshing to use this account because it's definitely a lot more difficult raiding with heroes only level 11 and 13. You can still definitely do it, especially I have maxed out troops. I can't complain about that. But it's definitely more of a challenge than on that Chief Pat 1 account, and I definitely have to put a little bit more thought into it. So looking at this base, 31 trophies available. If I get 2 stars, I think that means I get 21 trophies, which might be enough to put me in the Champions League. So no pressure. Let's try not to screw up. Let's try not to drop our spells in the middle of nowhere, and let's see if we can take this guy out. So wizards and witches are taking care of the heroes. I also made some great entry points on the right and left hand sides with 1 barbarian and 2 wall breakers on both spots. And now all my troops are going in, and I'm feeling really confident about this raid. I didn't see on the right hand side that Inferno was single targeted, so it actually took care of my first golem really easily. But I think it shouldn't be a problem, and as long as we get to the center, we should get at least 1 star on this raid. So troops are making their way through. It turns out we didn't get to that level 11 wall, so I'll actually have to smack through that with my Barbarian King. Looks like we're taking care of some of the troops in the back with that lightning spell because the clan castle did come out, and looks like the town hall has gone down and we've gotten that first star. So we're at 43%. We need to try to get that 50% and see if we can get that second star. So I'm dropping 1 archer on that left-hand side, going to drop 1 archer on the right-hand side. And like I said, these archers, they definitely help out when you have like 40 to 45% and you need to get those extra percentage points. So I dropped another archer on the top to take care of those storages. And you can see in the center, I'm not actually able to get all 50% using my troops. And I'm actually going to have to focus on these guys on the outside. So 1 archer's taking care of the spell factory, a couple of archers are taking care of the gold and elixir storage, and finally there's 1 guy on the right taking care of the army camp. And just because I brought these extra troops, that was the difference between getting 1 star and 2 stars yet again. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. You can see I took care of the storages, getting me to 50%, and that's going to get me a ton of trophies. So this guy had 31 trophies. We got 21 of them from a 2-star. An awesome raid, and let's head back to base and see where we stand. In total, we are at 3,204 trophies, and we are finally a defenseless champion. Let's go ahead and check out that baller logo. Check out that league. We got a nice loot bonus now, not that we really need it, as well as we get a sweet 2,000 gem bonus. If you guys do not know that, you get 2,000 bonuses when you hit the Champions League, 2,000 gems that is. Gonna go ahead and buy a 2-day shield just so you guys can check it out by yourselves. I am in the Clash clan if you guys want to see it, but yeah, we finally did it. It's been a while. I mean, I didn't know how long the series went on for. I think it went on for like 3 or 4 months. And it's been a lot of fun, especially doing this all attack thing, using these lower level heroes, as well as it's been pretty frustrating when my iPod dies mid raid and I get raided for like 59 trophies. But overall, it's been a really fun series and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So I definitely want to thank you guys, especially you guys who have been here from the beginning. If you've watched it since episode 1, huge shout out to you guys. You guys are what makes it possible. And yeah, who knows what will happen in the future. Like I said in that last question and answer video, I'm not sure what I want to do with this base. I'll probably save it for some epic challenges as well as live streaming. And I think I might build the gold mines and elixir pumps. So if any of my subscribers run across it, they can get a ton of free loot. But we'll see what the future holds. And for now, I'm just going to enjoy being in the Champions League. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up this video. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed this series. Also, drop a comment. I'll be responding to a bunch of comments in the comment section below. So make sure to give me a shout out down there. And other than that, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching once again, and peace out.